Hey Stampers, this is Stamping Mama from stampingmama.com. Eileen Judd, your Stampin' Up demonstrator, here to show you how to do Emboss Resist Technique with this fun, cute basket bunch stamp set. And in the bundle it comes with these fun dies. And you can save 10% off now if you order it now, plus we still have celebration going on that ends March 31st 2017, and this card is relatively easy to do, but I think it's just more magical and a lot of fun. So if you're looking to up your game a little bit, you should try this out. And if you're looking for sizes and dimensions, I ask you to please head on over to stampingmama.com or click the link directly below or in the upper right hand corner. So let's get started. So we have Whisper White cardstock, and I cut it a little big, and I'll show you why later. And I put all these little eggs onto this one stamp block. And we'll take first a mark and start stamping. And so I'm just using the light reflection to see it. I know you guys can't see it from there, but you'll see the magic soon. But you just look at an angle when you're stamping it, and you should be able to see the watermarks on the page. And try not to get your fingers in the ink. I'm just trying to add a little bit more so they're going off the page there. I'm pretty sure I got it all. Now comes the slightly messy part. To create less of a mess, I'm going to use this, and I have clear embossing ink. Just be careful not to get your hands in it. And I've done several of these cards using this technique and with the same little jar, so you can get a lot out of these tiny jars that Stampin' Up sells. So don't fret, and flick off any excess. And then we're going to bring in the heat embossing, and I sort of preheated it, but I'm going to heat up a little bit more, and then I'll muffle it, and maybe you can see the colors changing. Well, changing to clear, it might be shiny or not, so just keep your eye out for that. Now that is dry, we'll bring in the sponge on a stick. And we'll rub in this corner. So we have So Saffron is the color, and you'll start seeing the color appear, and do it over here. We have a couple different colors to make, but I'm using just part of the color selection from the subtles selection. So if you look in the Stampin' Up catalog, you should be able to see the colors there. These subtles are the nice soft colors. So Saffron. And I like to go from light to dark. So we're going to go with Blushing Bride. You can see the Easter egg starting to pop up. So it's not a deep technique to do. It's like tap tap, rub rub, tap tap, rub rub. I find this relaxing. The Blushing Bride and the Daffodil Delight are pretty combos. If you want to just do that, then not Daffodil Delight, So Saffron, but So Saffron, Blushing Bride. They're just so soft and neat. And we're heading into Pool Party. So it might be a tad bit dark because I use the same color for my darker blues, but I try to rub off because if the sponge is dry, then you can use a lighter blue shade on it. But If you want to have sponges for light blues and dark blues, then go for it. I like to cut up my sponge circles into 8 pieces so they go farther. I don't know if you can tell, I am a very frugal crafter, and I try to maximize my use of the items that I have. I just had a blender pen that died, and I've had it for 6 years, and it's lasted a long time. So I highly recommend the blender pens if you don't already have them, because they last a long time and you can do some neat things with them. For the sponges, these definitely last a long time too. I've definitely abused these sponges a lot, probably for over 100 cards, so wow, even that's fun. I broke my clothespin because I'm awesome. Now I'll close the pool party up. And bring in Wisteria Wonder. But see, just these 3 colors is really cool. And I picked these colors because it reminds me of like Barbie dream houses and stuff when I was a kid. So that's one of the reasons why I picked these colors. These colors definitely reminded me of the pastel colors you see at Easter time. You'll start seeing in stores very soon. I mean, Easter's not till April this year, which is nice, because then we can leave March to St. Patty's Day for those of us who like to pretend either we're Irish. I'm Irish, though, so I like to celebrate my own way, not with alcohol, but just have a little fun. Let's try to scooch in a little bit of purple over here. I mean, Wisteria Wonder. Woo! That's pretty cool. I don't know if you can tell because the lighting's different for me. So that is really cool. Before we do anything else, I'm going to slice off some bits with my paper slicer, and then you'll see what I do. So I just cut off, let's see, 1/4 of an inch. On each side, so then this paper will be 4 inches by 5 1/4 instead of 4 1/4 and 5 1/2 inches, which is what I started with. So I can use these strips as ribbon, and you'll see why I use those later. Actually, I'm supposed to cut off even more. This is actually supposed to be 3 1/4 of an inch and 5 inches, and you get 4 of these strips when you cut them off 1/4 inch at a time. Sorry about that. Now we're going to stamp the images that I need to cut out. Using Memento ink. Make sure I got the little dude inked up. And he is such an adorable bunny. Usually hold photopolymer stamps for 3 counts, just to let the ink transfer over. And then we have a flower. And then the basket, although we won't use a firmlet die to cut him out, but we'll cut him out by hand. But I want to stamp him now. Then we'll bring in the big shot. Strip here, and a bunny there. So we can run through all at once on the magnetic platform. And the flower. It came out alright. Let's cut our bunny. We'll go in with the Blushing Bride for the ears and the tail and the little nose, and soft suede for the basket. These are colors I'm using. You could change it up however you want. We're going to take the blender pen and the ink pad because I don't have my pool party marker with me. And I'm going to color his bow. Pool party. And we're going to do the same thing with So Saffron. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Color in the middle. And I have the same issue for Wisteria Wonder. Don't have the marker for that. Over here. And start by drawing in the lines. Just giving dimension to the flower. And go around the bottom and then rub your way out. Just giving Just makes it, gives it characteristics, unlike just using your markers. Well, I remember bringing Wink Stella, Wink Sparkle, the inner ears and the tail, and the flower. There we go. Close everything up and set these little guys aside because we need to stamp a little bit more. Now taking a smaller piece with Wild Wasabi and the big leaf and the grass. I'm just gonna stamp, 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 and then organize it a bit. Let's see. Oh, messy grass. Then with Tombow glue, glue on the bunny. And put them in front, right about there. And then we take his basket and add a little bit of glue or glue dots. I ran out of glue dots, so use what you have and make sure your basket doesn't shoot and get glue everywhere like I just did. Make it look like the bunny is holding the basket. And another thing is to stamp the sentiment. So, how does that work? I have your extra special. I'll try to line it up so it's straight, because, and then upside is doing it on a separate piece of paper like this, is you can flip it over and fix it if you don't like it. That's even worse than the last one. I think I'll just stay with that. That's fine with you guys. Let me go ahead and glue that on. Just line it there, the bottom. Set this guy aside while we assemble the rest of them. The card. And this is Pool Party cardstock. And we'll glue down so saffron cardstock. Then we'll take the decorative Emboss Resist DSP that we made ourselves and glue that down too. I like to spread them out because I don't want my card to get crushed when I send it through the mail, because they run them through machines and then it squishes stuff and then things show up and they bow or sag depending on how you see it. Now put this on. Center it. And we're going to I'm going to cut thin strips of Stampin' Dimensionals out for the ribbon strip that I told you guys about earlier. I'm worried about him. I didn't put enough. Probably should have spread them out. Let's see. And put this little ribbon down. I'm going to flip it around because I cut that end crooked when I cut it off, and I'm going to cover it up with the flower. I'm going to use just a little bit of Tombow glue right there. Just adds a little something. So we got the card front done, and we can go take it a step further by decorating the inside of the card. Taking them into ink, we'll stamp "You Made My Day." Hopefully get this right. It scooches towards me. Hopefully I get it straight. Not bad. It's hard to do it because usually my head's over these cards when I make them. And then we'll bring it back in. Where'd he go? Wild Wasabi. And then we'll bring in the grass stamp. And if you want, you can add some eggs. You can add a couple. I think we'll do pool party. For 1 egg. And then Wisteria Wonder for the other egg. And I think I'm going to have this egg laying outside next to this egg. That's cute. And we'll just open up the card and add some Tombow glue, or you can add whatever adhesive you like, but make sure you're doing thin lines, because the globs of glue will make your card bumpy. Plus it'll spread everywhere. There you have it. Such a sweet and cute and adorable card. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you like a Stampin' Up! Catalog, please click the link in the upper right hand corner or down below. I'll be happy to send you out one, and I'll be happy to earn your business. And please do not forget to subscribe for more tutorials, and visit my website stampingmama.com for more tutorials there as well. I hope you enjoyed today's craft. Until next time, happy crafting!